Hello friends, my name is Ugly Fish and I am trying to make 1 million gold in a month on everyone's favourite farming game, Stardew Valley. Week 1 was pretty poor, week 2 was better, but seeing as I haven't even made it halfway, I need a miracle in week 3 to manage this. There's only one rule: I can only sell things that have had some processing this season, so I can't sell the eggs I collected in winter, but I can make them into mayo and sell those. It's a rainy day, I have some crops up and some machines ready. My plan for the day is to pop to the desert to mine geodes. It wasn't hugely fruitful last time, but it's better than nothing. And I also do want to collect some salmon berries. I have a few jams ready, so I will pop some roe in. I've also kept some of my cranberries from my last greenhouse harvest, and I'll be jamming them in the future and wining the strawberries. I killed some time by collecting a handful of salmon berries before Pam could take me to the desert mine. I've never reached floor 100 in here. I usually just get absolutely terrorised by the serpents. I know that I can use staircases, but I also do actually want to achieve getting to floor 100 on my own. So I'm going to do a bit of toolbar rearranging for maximum efficiency. And now it's time to mine. Can you hear the sound changing already? I can. I'm going to get that frozen tear and go. I knew it! It's going to go purple already. Right, I'm going to reset this because there's no way I will survive. I think we can cover this with a montage. I didn't get a chance to process any of the geodes that I got today, but seeing that number and seeing what I earned from mining, I genuinely think I'd have made more money just selling the food that I ate. So let's forget Monday happened. Let's hope Tuesday is more fruitful. And it looks like it's already going to be a very good day because some iridium quality start fruit wine has popped in the cellar. So I collected all of that and I am going to pop in some more wine to age. I think it takes 56 days for wine to age from normal quality to iridium quality, so I won't see this for 2 months, but what I collected today will help me now. After stocking the shipping bin with 31 bottles of profit, I got to work on the strawberry fields. I picked up some of my honey, and I collected the fruit from my greenhouse trees. I had a fair few jars of roe up and ready, so I refilled those with some cranberries. I'm not sure if I want to sell the cranberry jam or gift it. And then I just spent some time picking up any loose crops that I had left over. My plan for the rest of the day was to collect as many salmon berries as I could without going too off course, and then heading to Ginger Island. I wanted to go to Ginger Island mainly to collect fibre. I'm very reluctant to buy grass for my animals, seeing as they just eat it immediately. But when I arrived at Ginger Island, I saw that my pineapples were up as well. So I obviously collected those to add to the profit pool. Upon my return home, I ran over my husband with a horse because neither of us look where we're going. And then I just carried on collecting salmon berries. While we were up at the quarry, I decided to check out how the wine was going, and most of it was complete, so I collected and replaced that. And then me and Sprinter Sacra spent the rest of the day collecting as much fibre and as many berries as we possibly could. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is going to be probably the most profitable day I'm going to have throughout the whole thing. There was nearly 250,000 there just from farming alone. If I do 3 more days like that, I'm done. The thing is, half of that money came from the starfruit wine, and because I haven't been paying attention to what I've been putting in and out, I honestly don't know if any more is due up this season. I doubt it, but this has filled me with a lot more confidence. Now Wednesday was obviously going to be a lot less bountiful than Tuesday, so I leisurely picked up my post. I patted my dog on the head because he was a good boy and I gave him a drink, and then I picked up the second day surplus strawberries that I have. After completing a few little odd jobs I had to do on the farm, I headed out to collect more salmon berries and also some hardwood while I was there. And then I popped to the sewer to collect as much fibre as I could. After that, I wasn't really sure what to do with the rest of the day, so I obviously decided to collect more berries, and then I just went round giving away as much gift jam as I possibly could because I'm needy and I really, really need people to like me. And then I spent the rest of the evening peacefully, but probably not profitably, fishing in the mountain lake. I will have definitely earned less than yesterday, but it's a lot less than I thought I would be earning. Okay, it's not a problem. Tuesday was good enough. Let's just move on. Day 18, brand new day. I started the day off by popping into all of my sheds because I realised I'd been neglecting the artisan goods for a while. So I emptied out all of my auto grabbers. I then got to work pulling up my spuds, which I still do have time to get another harvest from, so half of them are getting seeded and replanted in any spare space that I have ASAP. While I'm here, I'm also going to do those artisan goods before filling up the empty fields with brand new spudlings. It is the final day of salmon berries today, so I'm going to do a quick sweep of the town and grab any remaining fruits. I popped to the quarry and saw that my tappers had some oak resin in, so I collected them and then headed home for some supplies and some stock so I could make and fill 2 new kegs. I also had a fully grown tree, so I chucked a tapper on that for good measure. I collected a few more berries and then went home to collect things from my shed and redo anything I could so I had some stuff ready in the morning. I popped the last few bits into the shipping bin and then that was that. I made around 20,000, which is certainly a lot better than that whole day that I spent mining, but I'm most happy with the new kegs that I was able to make. They seem to be the MVP of the day, even though I don't think I'll see any profit from them this season. Day 19, I did not check my farm computer, so I'm not sure if any crops are up as I'm starting the day, but because of my excellent planning skills, I'm at least starting the morning with artisan goods, so already I've made some money. Cranberries are up as well. I swear I only did them about 2 days ago, but I'm not complaining because the fruit trees are also up. I had some cranberry jelly ready to go and 2 tubs of caviar as well. This is already a promising day. In those 4 hours it took me to do my dailies, my shed finished again, so I made some coal to put through the geodes I'd collected earlier in the week because it is definitely time to smash them. I took a walk up to the quarry and remembered that earlier in the week I'd taken a quest from Demetrius to catch 10 largemouth bass, so I decided to spend some time doing that, and by 6 o'clock I had caught a grand total of 1. So things were not looking good for me, but money-wise I wasn't worried because the artisan goods and the cranberries were enough for the day. The fish stopped appearing at 7, so I stopped fishing, but I was pleased to find that my diamonds were ready, so at least the trip to the quarry was worth it. I popped them and the fish I'd caught into the mini shipping bin to clear up some inventory space, and also, to sell them. And then I spent most of the rest of the day breaking open geodes and running artisan goods to the shipping bin. An impulsive late night check of the jam shed also proved to be useful as a lot of wine was ready. I toyed with the idea of waiting until tomorrow to pick them as it was getting late, but greed got the better of me and I picked them. My inventory was more full than I thought, so I did have to go to the wine shed twice, but I managed to get everything into the bin and my head hit the pillow just in time. I hadn't really started the day with any expectations at all, but it turned out to be a very good day. The numbers were very reassuring. The last minute addition of the wine picked the farming numbers up a lot, and the diamonds were the MVP of the mineral work, but finally getting into those geodes was definitely worth it and makes up a little bit for the time that I wasted on Monday getting them. I woke up on Saturday to a main field full of strawberries, and the honey had popped too, so I was happy to get my hands on that. About half of my wine was ready, so I refilled them with some of the strawberry harvest. I don't like it when my kegs are split like this, but I'm not going to waste any time. I said hello to my animals and I let them know that I appreciate them and the mountain of money that they made me yesterday. And then I popped into town. I gave out some gifts, but it was mainly to buy grass starters because even after picking as much fibre as I had, my animals had eaten me out of the grass faster than I could make it. So I bought 140. I see it as an investment. Really? And then I set to replanting the land, so my animal friends actually had food for tomorrow, but I hadn't realised that they hadn't eaten today, so some of it was eaten within seconds. On my way to the mountain lake, I made a quick trip to the quarry and conveniently had some spare tappers ready to pop on a freshly grown tree, but my target was fishing out an amount of largemouth bass fish so I could complete the overpopulation quest. By 7, I had caught a grand total of 4 more fish, and I was fuming, so I headed home to sell my wares. My artisan goods were done, and some geodes were as well, so I collected and refilled them before going to bed far too early, because I was in a strop. The second my head hit the pillow in the game, I regretted going to bed that early, because I still had 3 more hours, but actually looking at these figures, that's not so bad. I didn't realise that I'd picked as many strawberries as I had and that they'd got me that much. I'm not going to make a habit out of early finishes, but it didn't come back to bite me in the bum too much. With no idea how the final day of week 3 was going to treat me, I started off by picking up the crops that were ready. I did my crab pots, I said hello to my animals, I sorted out my artisan goods, and I made some strawberry seeds out of today's tiny harvest ready to plant next year. Neither the greenhouse nor the jam shed had anything going on, so I just made some inventory space and went about completing quests for what was essentially pocket change. Sam wanted some green algae and I still had those pesky fish to catch for Demetrius. The plan was to do a lovely fishing montage here to match my mining montage from earlier, but montages are supposed to be inspirational, and this was the complete opposite. By 7, I had caught many fish, but only 2 of them were the largemouth bass that I needed. But at least I managed to replace the algae that I had given Sam. It was a pretty big blow. While I was here, I popped to the quarry and saw a few little treats from the trees. I sold some and made kegs from the resin, but before taking them to the quarry, I popped back into the artisan shed to sort out my mayo and cheese. I made my way back to the quarry with 2 strawberries to top up my keg area, and with just a few hours left of week 3, I popped to my barn to grab what I'd missed at the start of the day, and then into the jam shed to see a lovely last-minute cranberry jelly harvest, which I collected up and replaced with more cranberries. Seeing as I had some time left, I took the milk I'd just got to my artisan shed and I topped up the cheese makers ready for the morning, and I collected and replaced the mayo too, as it finished just in time. I thanked the capitalist gods for the 24/7 shipping bin, loaded off all the products that I had just picked, and then headed to bed. I started the month with around 250,000 gold, and though I didn't manage to make the full million in this week, I have managed to break the 1,000,000 gold mark. Going into week 4, that leaves me with just around 200,000 gold to get, which I am incredibly confident I will be able to do. So until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my farming week and you've had a lovely week yourselves. And until next time, bye! Dun, 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 dun. This is shit.